Friday Night SmackDown on May 16 lit up the First Horizon Coliseum in Greensboro, NC, with a packed card and even juicier storylines. Right from the jump, the energy was off the charts as Solo Sikoa, United States Champion Jacob Fatu, and the newcomer Jeff Cobb, now dubbed JC Mateo by Sikoa, made their entrance. The crowd, though, wasn't fooled by the frontman. They were chanting loud and proud for Fatu. Sikoa, of course, couldn't resist flexing his authority. He grabbed the mic, introduced JC as the man who kept the US title in the Bloodline, and was about to run through Fatu's usual catchphrases when the champ yanked the mic right back. Fatu didn't need anyone speaking for him, "Thank you very much." The moment Fatu hit his signature, "You gotta mean" line, though, Sikoa couldn't help but join in. It was one of those perfect blends of tension and humor that only the Bloodline can pull off. But Sikoa wasn't done. He wanted to hear something he claimed he hadn't heard in a while. Fatu, maybe a little reluctantly, mumbled, "I love you, Solo." Not exactly with the spark it once had. Sikoa pushed him, asking for it the old way. The playfulness in his voice turned quickly to something sharper, something more demanding. Fatu, peeling off his sunglasses, stared right back, his patience clearly wearing thin. That's when LA Knight's music hit, snapping the tension like a whip. Knight charged in, dragging JC out of the ring and getting in a few stiff shots before bailing out, a smart move, considering the Bloodline's numbers advantage. But the seeds were planted. Fatu's slow burn frustration with Sikoa is building to an eventual blow-up, and when it comes, the roof is going to come off whatever arena they're in. Meanwhile, Fraxiom continued their red-hot rise, defeating DIY to secure a title shot against the Street Profits. Fraxiom's chemistry is undeniable, and the way they handled DIY, a team known for resilience and grit, put everyone on notice. Expect their eventual clash with the Street Profits to be an absolute banger. On the lighter side, R-Truth somehow wrangled himself into a match against none other than John Cena at Saturday night's main event. Truth's antics backstage, his charm, his ridiculous explanations, they all worked like magic to make this happen. But make no mistake, Cena isn't coming to play. He's coming to win. Drew McIntyre, on the other hand, was all business. After weeks of tension, he finally accepted Damian Priest's challenge. The way McIntyre laid it out, this isn't just another match, it's a personal war. Priest has been running his mouth, and McIntyre's been biding his time. Now, the Scottish Warrior is ready to unleash hell. And let's not forget the Money in the Bank qualifiers. The first round kicked off with an absolute bang. The stakes are always sky high with these qualifiers, and every superstar knows what that briefcase means, a guaranteed shot, anytime, anywhere. Expect the competition to get even more brutal in the coming weeks. Back to the Bloodline drama, though, because honestly, that's the beating heart of SmackDown right now. Sikoa might think he's holding things together, but Fatu's body language is telling a different story. Every smirk, every sarcastic, "I love you," every long stare when Sikoa's back is turned, it's all building. And JC Mateo, caught in the middle, is probably going to be the first to feel the storm. The crowd is eating this up, too. Greensboro was loud for Fatu, louder than they were for Sikoa, and that's saying something. Sikoa's good on the mic, sure, especially when he gets into his more playful, cocky zone. But the fans, they want to see Fatu break free. They want to see him smash through the walls Sikoa's trying to build around him. If WWE plays this right, they're looking at a main event level feud between Fatu and Sikoa. But before we get there, there's a good chance we'll see Fatu versus JC Mateo. And that match, that's going to be fireworks. Mateo's a powerhouse, but Fatu's got that raw, explosive energy that can't be bottled up forever. Elsewhere on the show, the women's division took center stage with Tiffany Stratton defending her title against Nia Jax. Stratton's been riding high, full of swagger and confidence, but Jax is a force of nature. Their clash was hard-hitting, with Stratton using every trick in the book to try and keep Jax down. But the real story wasn't just who won. It was how far Stratton was willing to go to hang onto that belt. As SmackDown rolled on, backstage segments kept the energy simmering. R-Truth cutting promos in his uniquely hilarious way. LA Knight stirring the pot. Drew McIntyre pacing, fists clenched, ready to rip into Priest. It all added up to a show that felt alive, unpredictable, and full of momentum. The fans, both in the arena and at home, can feel that something big is coming. The bloodline fracture. The rise of new challengers. The road to Money in the Bank. It's all converging, setting the stage for some serious summer drama. And let's be real, WWE knows how to stretch out these storylines. We're going to see weeks, maybe months, of tension between Sikoa and Fatu before the dam finally breaks. Every week, they'll add just a little more pressure, a little more conflict, until Fatu can't take it anymore. When that moment comes, when Fatu finally snaps and stands tall against Sikoa, it's going to be one of the biggest pops of the year. But don't sleep on JC Mateo, either. Sikoa might have brought him in as muscle, but Mateo's got his own agenda. And if Fatu decides to go through him first, we're looking at a match that could steal the show. SmackDown this week wasn't just about individual matches or promos. It was about building heat, building rivalries, building anticipation. WWE is laying the groundwork for the next phase of their biggest stories, and fans are here for every second of it. Whether you're tuning in for the bloodline drama, the tag team action, or the wild ride that is R-Truth vs. John Cena, SmackDown right now is must-see TV. And with the Money in the Bank qualifiers heating up, it's only going to get more intense. So buckle up. The road to summer is paved with chaos, betrayal, and a whole lot of championship gold. SmackDown's on